The hills of Tuscany are green to the south, but here in Imola the air is red hot. Welcome to Ferrari's turf for the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. The track has been around since the 60s, but the first official Formula One race was held here in 1980. Let's see what excitement lies ahead this year. This is Imola, and it's an old school track with plenty of elevation changes and lots of corners. There's only one DRS zone here, but it follows the long straight right before Tamburello and should see plenty of action. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs and nothing is certain at this stage. The competition is on.
Hey guys, you join me here, Snow86, and we are back on Formula 1 Manager 2022. So we are just before the race weekend of the Imola Grand Prix, and as you can see, the regulations for the voting came through, so we're just going to quickly run through it. The only teams to vote against this were Ferrari, Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin. Everybody else voted for it, and that is the minor changes. So that means it's a 5% reduction across the board on everything. So that is going to put our research department under serious pressure. A 5% across everything, that means we'll have to do at least one research in everything going forward using CFD and the wind tunnel hours. So that's just to gain back that 5% realistically. Now if you want to see a more detailed breakdown, we'll head to the board and head to rules and regulations. If we go to chassis, we'll see that for 2023 we're getting minus 1.83% on the engine cooling. Drag reduction fairly similar, and the airflow is also fairly similar. Check on the front wing, you can see that the front wing breakout is basically a low speed, mid speed of minus 0.04, and the high speed is a 0.02. so currently our car is not too bad at high speed, but we'll see for rear speed it's much the same. Side pods, we're losing a couple of percent again across the board, just really across everything. So next year the car should be a good chunk slower than what we've been doing this year, but that's kind of breakdown. That's what we need to be making back, is at least that. Now we should, in research, we should be running at a faster car, but it's just going to put us under pressure, guys. No changes to the financial or sporting regulations, and if you're looking to see where you'll get your breakdowns, you'll get it all here. So your CFD testing limit, so if you finish 9th, we'll have the same amount as this year, which is 7. If you manage to finish 8, we'll lose 1, and the wind tunnel testing, we gain 9th position, we'll be down to 88 hours, so we're losing 4 hours of wind tunnel testing. So vitally important to keep an eye on some of that stuff as well. No changes to any of the power unit limits or anything like that. But so that's where we stand, guys. Our car, we did manage to develop our rear wing, so we have it on both cars for the weekend. If I just go here, you'll see if we flick to the old wing, we were last on top speed, last on acceleration, last on low speed, 18th and 18th on mid and high speed. DRS was last, acceleration was last, dirty air cornering was last, so we were pretty much nearly the worst car on the grid. And you can see now with the update we have managed to get, you'll see it on the fitted side there on the left, we were up to 19th across the board, 17th in a few positions, so it's all pretty good. So that rear wing update was definitely worth doing, and we have a bolted on the car for the Imola Grand Prix, so we'll see what kind of a performance gain we get, guys. So that's it. We'll be back here in a second as always with qualifying. So we're here just before qualifying, guys, and as you can see again, managed to run through our practice sessions pretty well. Managed to get a perfect setup on both cars, which is first for me, I think, so we're happy enough with that. Car knowledge, they gained a good bit of knowledge on the new parts on the cars, mainly just the rear wing, but we've 97% across the board, so that is fantastic going, guys. So we're just going to jump straight to qualifying, and There is heavy rain, but we did have heavy rain in practice 3, so hopefully qualifying is dry and we can make the best of it. So we'll get straight in here, guys. It looks like it's dry, 100% confidence, everything looks pretty good. Do we want to change any parts? Gearbox should last this race. Could swap out for a new one on both cars. I think that's what we might do, because they're probably both in around the same car parts. Yep, 43 as well, so we'll just stick a new gearbox in both cars. Hopefully we're not fating ourselves there and we won't have any accidents that wreck a gearbox or an engine. I've seen that happen. So yep, here we go.
Here we are, back for another day of Formula One action, where practice wraps up and qualifying unfolds. Whoever said every second counts clearly hadn't revelled in the sport of Formula One, where grid positions can be decided by thousandths of a second. The drivers competing today are amongst the finest in the world, but the margins are even finer. And as you can probably guess, there is no margin for error. Here we go, folks. It's time to get started.
Radio check. Copy, radio check.
So we're quickly just going to check the weather forecast. It looks like it's going to be dry. So with that, we're just going to send Tio out straight away. Out ahead of the Aston Martin. Fantastic. On Albon, we are going to wait just a little bit. Looking to get him out before it gets too hectic. We might go now, and hopefully he won't interfere with Tio's laps. So we'll just speed up the out lap, and then once we get to the hot lap, we'll slow it down. So Tio crosses the line, and there is a... Oh, look at that for time loss. Get out of the way! So Tio's after losing a rake of time on that. Should get the McLaren handy enough, but still, that's going to set us back a nice bit. So his first sector is a 25.4, but we definitely lost. I'm not sure, but I want to say a couple of seconds there. It felt like that anyway. But Tio's looking pretty hooked up. That setup confidence is paying off here, and I think Alex is going to get blocked as well here on his flying lap. What a time to send fellas out. 27-1 in the middle sector. We're just going to jump on board with Alex. He might get away with this. I think Alex is going to get away with this. That car will get out of his way nicely. Alex hasn't been affected too hard, and I think he's a clear run now until he comes up against a Alpha Tauri. But oh, 26.4. So you can see the first sector we definitely lost this 1.5 seconds. Let's see what 27.1 and a 26.4. So they're the times we're looking for. Wow, we've managed even there on that block lap. I know the Aston Martin was behind us, but we've managed to be 1.3 seconds faster. I'm not sure how that happened, but so Tio was pretty much on pace in sector 2. Alex has gone a little bit faster, and we've lost sector 3. I think I said a 26 though. So Norris will be a good hallmark there. Probably not realistically though, but Alex across the line, it's a 1:17.7. 1:17.7. So that is our first run in Q1 done, guys, and we will be back for a second run, and yeah, we'll see can we improve on our times and where we end up in the standings. So we're back here with 2:40 on the clock, and as you can see, Alex is very close to the threshold. We're going to try and get Tio out here if we can. Minimize that. I think Alex could be the last man on the track. But yeah, we're ahead of Vettel as well by a little bit, and we're up to 16th so far, guys. Now Ricardo's the odd man out, probably should be a little bit higher. Did Tio get out yet? Where is Tio? Is only just out ahead, so we're in between the two alphas, and we're just going to keep it on ×2 as we run around here. And why we did that, we don't know. So Tio is the lead car, so we'll bring him up first. Now he should blitz sector 1. He was pretty well held up there first time around. We shouldn't have that issue now as everybody's on the flyer. The only thing that can stop us being this late in the track is if somebody messes up. With 35 seconds we should get around. Oh, we've had a crash on the track. It's a McLaren. It's Ricardo is out of qualifying. So we've 19 seconds left on the clock. Tio will get across the line pretty handy. Alex. Oh, we've left his tight with Alex. I think he'll do it. Oh, it's seconds left on the clock. So we'll bring up their deltas and we'll see how we go. All or nothing on this lap. Tio managed to do 23.993. That's pretty good. That's Alex coming in. 23. Alex just always that little bit faster in qualifying. So coming down the hill, we'll be right on board. Coming up to sector 2. We have another green sector here for Tio, so he's going quicker. 27.1. It's pretty similar to his first time, but obviously he's gone that little bit quicker. And Alex has also gone quicker. So is there a chance, guys? We're just going to minimize this. Check it out. Snood, has he finished the line? I don't think he must have, I'd say. He has now. He's gone a good bit quicker. Wow. Tio across the line. Tio jumps it, but not enough to get Vettel. Alex crossed the line. Here he comes. Did we do it? Oh, we didn't do it, guys. We didn't do it. But we've definitely made a step in the right direction. We're now only kind of 3/10 off Mick, whether that was closer to nearly to a second a couple of races ago. So definitely a step in the right direction, but still just missing 4/10. Oh, so close. And nothing to separate Tio and Sebastian, so that's a good showing as well, guys. So with this we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to have the race straight away after this, so we're not going to have qualifying the day before the race. We're just going to do it all in one whip and see how it pans out. So with that, guys, we'll be back here in a second for the race.
The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Williams had a good performance in qualifying. Now they'll be eager to demonstrate that they can have an even better race. Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
Meanwhile, in the grandstands, the red wave is swelling. So let's find out who wins the day here at Imola.
So the race is overcast, but we don't have any rain expected, so hopefully that is a good thing. We'll quickly check on the compound, and it's looking like there's not a whole pile of difference between it, so a one stop again might be to our advantage. All that soft tire is going to go 21 laps. I think it's a 63 lap race. We'll definitely do one stop. Yeah, we'll check the strategies here quickly, guys, and we'll see. So if we continue, we'll get our strategies. We'll go to Tio because he's car 1, And it is looking like, yes, a one stop I think is going to be the call of the day. So we can pretty much run him flat out for the entirety of the race. Stretch him to lap 27. So we'll change these stats here to flat out, thump. And we'll just add that extra lap of fuel. For Alex, I think we're going to do something very similar for Alex. I don't think we're going to have too much of a change here. Just going to run them both flat out. Again, run to lap 27 and we'll see how they're going on tires, and we can change during the race. So again, he's going to run flat out to start, and we're just going to leave 64, add the extra lap so we can burn it. I think that's it, guys. We're ready to go to the race.
The drivers have now taken position on the grid, and it's looking like a cloudy day. Here we have Alexander Albon. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. And looking at the second Williams car. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. The race start is mere seconds away. All eyes are on the race here at the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
And we are off, guys. So what can we do? So we've had a good start. We're currently, well, Alex has dropped down a bit. Just going to lower that.
Looks like Aston Martin
Just a fraction.
have just gained a race position. And a new position just gained by Williams.
So we've actually, Alex has lost a nice bit of time there. And Vettel has managed to do a wonderful start and is taking P15. So Alex is down 2 spots, Theo is up 1, Mick is down 1, Vettel is up, God knows how many, 3 I think, 2. So our cars are looking pretty racy. I don't know, do we like that? So what we'll do is drop Alex here to this, go to neutral.
Back off. Okay, copy.
And the reason we're doing that is Alex can maybe run that extra lap longer now, depending on what happens. We'll jump on board with Theo. And I don't think Theo's going to do anything there, so again we're just going to settle in here. And again, it's going to be that battle between Mick and the Aston Martin of Sebastian Vettel, I think. Ricardo is still in the mix. He is stuck right on the back of Stroll. So we're just going to speed through this lap a little. Oh, shouldn't have done that, should I? Oh, Theo with an opportunistic dive up the inside there. And there's already a gap of 1.5 seconds from Vettel, so really our start cost us a lot there. I think if we were able to jump the start, we would have had a good go of it. We won't get DRS this lap around, it'll be the next one, so again we'll drive on. And we should probably now look to do a little bit of race management here with Theo and just build it back up. Just so we have it for the start-finish race. So now we want to go back to neutral. Might have left that a little bit too late, but we'll see. That was vitally important we jumped the Aston Martin here, because I think he's going to cost us time. So what we're going to do now is just go conservative here with Alex a second. And we come out of the hairpin, we'll have him on deploy. So we're going to go on neutral here for Alex. Yep, that worked out a 3, he's still in the thing. And now we're going to try and have an overtake here on Seb Vettel. I'm going to go overtake. And we're going to go straight to the deploy, or to neutral. And hopefully we can push that second.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
I think that's going to work out pretty well for us, guys. Which means the next lap around we're going to try and do the exact same thing with Alex. Oh, Sebastian is catching. Now we're going to go ×1 here, because I'm going to go overtake again. Overtake again.
To use the overtake.
And use overtake, use overtake.
Yes.
I think he lifted, so we're going to go neutral. Did Alex manage to get it done? Alex didn't get it done. We might go deploy and just see, can we
Use the arrest.
throw
Copy.
something up the inside of Seb here. I think we might be able to do this. Nope, he's backed out. So we're kind of back to square one, but we did manage to get Theo up to 15th, and he's hanging on the back nicely of Ting. So we're going to put Theo to balanced and
do lift and coast.
maybe aggressive, and just see, can he hold that gap. Oh,
You can afford to drop back.
so we're going to try one more shot here with Alex. Give him the overtake now.
Remember, overtake is available.
Yeah.
Come on, Alex. We got to get this done for a race. And that's it. So now we're going to push Alex.
Pick up rubber. Keep doing what you're doing.
And hopefully,
And a
we
new
keep an eye on our
position
times.
just gained by Williams.
But because we've only one DRS zone, we hopefully can break the toe here. And I think we have second now. I don't know, is it growing quick enough for my liking? 1.1, we should be okay. So we're going to jump back on board with Theo here, and we're hopefully going to try and get Theo past Mick on this lap. Similar approach, we're going to hit the overtake coming into the final 2 corners. I think we've managed to do that with Alex, he's managed to get it done. So we're going to go overtake now.
Just use the overtake.
That Haas is fast in a straight line though. But here we come, going for a shot of it. Not able to do it there, so we're just going to leave it in deploy and see, can we get him into the hairpin maybe. It's an exciting opening 8 laps, guys. Oh no, Ricciardo's after getting past Vettel, but he's after managing to put a second between him and Vettel, so hopefully that is accurate. And we're we're just going to give Theo this lap to see can he drive it past Mick Schumacher before the start-finish straight. I'm going to go overtake here.
You have the overtake.
He's getting a good run, but it's not good enough, is it? Oh, hang on a second. He's trying for around the outside. We are a lot closer this time. Oh, sounds like he's hesitating again. So we're just going to have to go harvest and settle in there, I think. And Alex is going to have to go balancing the fuel. He's
We want
burning
leave
it.
court, please.
Yeah, sure.
So here we're going to push the fuel.
Okay, reduce lift and coast.
We're going to go neutral just for this section to see can we catch up just a fraction. Alex is doing a good job of holding off Ricardo, but he's also catching up to us, so that is proven to be a little bit troublesome for us. And I think we'll probably end up settling into this rhythm. We'll see. What tyres are Mick using? Mick is on the mediums as well. Vettel is on the hard, so he'll be going long, so it was important we got Vettel. That was a good move on our behalf. So I think we could... No, we leave him. We leave him. We don't want any mistakes made.
Do not do anything.
Situation is at your P18. P18.
So if we can keep Alex in the... we just deploy a little bit, he should pull us along here.
Make sure you give some energy.
Okay.
Because Ricardo's after getting into the DRS as well of Theo, so it's just important we keep here and try and gap these Aston Martins, and I think we should be able to do that. I think we should be okay from here. So we're just going to speed it up a bit, guys, because we'll be here all day if I keep watching it on ×1. But we just got to keep an eye on things. So yep, we managed to put nearly 2 seconds between us and the Aston Martins there. That was an impressive old stretch. We'll flick back to Theo here. How is he doing? So I think we can go back to a conservative approach again with Alex. Well, we could probably go more conservative than that. I'd say he's not going to fall off the back, I hope. Oh, deploy. So we're just going to slow it down. Theo's made a big move there.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
I just want to see, can I break that second between us and Mick? Oh, we're out of ERS. I think we've done... No. I think Mick is going to get it. That was terribly unlucky. So we're just going to have to harvest here and try and build this back up. I think we need to get Alex pushing on a bit. So we're now in a stage of the race where we just got to do a little bit of conserving for both our drivers to get them past the line. And we're going to have to drop the pace down to harvest. It's hard to do it on ×2, but we're going to try our best. We've gapped the Aston Martins now to 5.5 to the back of Albon. So we're going to go neutral again and neutral again, and we can speed up this section. Hopefully Ricardo doesn't come past us. Oh, that can't be right, can it? Yes it is. We've managed to gap Ricardo. Mick Schumacher did the overtake, and I think so did Albon. We just do some more crafty ERS harvesting. So as it stands, guys, Albon has the extra lap in his tyre life. So that's going to be important. We need to be on neutral here. So that will allow us to split the strategy since the cars are so close, and Norris is already in the pits.
I think there's been a lock-up. That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
No, we need to be on deploy. We're gonna lose touch here. Mick Schumacher made a bolt there out of the blue. And we're actually gonna have to go deploy. We just gotta keep under that second gap, and that should be it. And we know how quick that is. So what we're going to do here is tell Alex not to attack. We just don't need our teammates wiping each other out.
Is that a lock-up?
And get Alex on harvest. Get Theo on harvest. Neutral. It's going to be a lot of this for the race, guys. So we're going to skip a bit of time, see if anything exciting happens, and we'll be back in a jiffy. So we're back here on lap 23, guys. Not much has changed. We have managed to charge up both batteries, so that is fantastic. And what we're going to do here is just out of this corner, we're going to enable overtake for Theo. And here we go.
Okay, we can easily overtake.
So we want to get Theo nice and close to Mick if we can. He needs to be a bit closer than that. Nope, I don't think he's going to get it done this lap. But we'll see. No, he lifted and that loses him DRS, so we're going to go straight into harvest. In fact, probably should go... We'll go harvest just so we get out of the hairpin, and that will give us another crack at it. Oh, he is not driving the smoothest. So we're just going to go ×2 again. We're going to go deploy here, try and get him up nice and close, coming out of the chicane up here. He's down to 58% already, so we're going to go overtake. That Haas is lightning. Oh. So we're going to go harvest. So we've entered his pit strategy. So we're going to go all out attack here on this one. And we're going to go for something similar again. Neutral here. Hopefully the neutral will be enough, and he's attacking now, so we should be that bit closer. We got one more crack at this, and then we're going to have to go back to oh, well defended. Well defended. So Alex is hanging in there, looking after his tires pretty well. So we're going to go overtake again. Oh, he's in the pits, he's in the pits. So this is our moment. Oh, that is terrible luck. The only thing there is we did manage to also gap Ricardo, so we're going to go push on both drivers now.
Did someone run wide there?
This is our moment. Hopefully Valtteri can tow us along. He was lapping pretty quickly. This is the optimal lap, so we're just going to ignore it, and we're going to ignore it. Just going to push on now with both drivers and see can we do anything here. They're still setting out to fight with each other. Tio, being the lead car, will be pitting first. So this could make or break our race if we can jump Mick Schumacher. We need to keep that DRS. Have we lost it? Nope, we haven't. So we're going to be pitting Tio this lap. So we're going to box him for hards. And we're going to extend Alex one more lap. So we're going to swap to Alex here because we're going to deploy our ERS on the next lap. Just again to close up to the back of Bottas, see can we jump Tio. Because I do think Alex is the faster racer. I might be wrong on that, but so we're going to go deploy. Tio has done it. Oh, Tio is the man. We're just going to put Tio back to balanced. Oh, that is a big moment.
Someone's run wide.
So we're going to, that is a big moment. We're going to get him off the ply onto neutral.
And that's the lockup.
That is a big, big moment. That could have cost him. He'd be right fighting with Mick now after that. We've lost. No, he'd be behind Mick for sure. Yeah, that's a big moment. That could be his race over after I just speaking so highly of him. How are we looking here? So I think Ricardo will get us on this one, but hopefully. Although it's such a long pit stop. Oh, going to get Alex just back to balance there for a couple of laps.
Nico, increase, please.
Yep, copy.
And what's important there is Alex has also come out ahead of Mick Schumacher. So that's exciting, exciting. Now I wonder, can we get Alex to close up on the back of this? We're riding on board with Tyrone, on board with Alex. So yeah, we need to deploy here.
Make sure you give some energy.
Copy.
So we need to break that toe from Mick Schumacher. Oh, it's going to be close. It is going to be close. We didn't get any DRS this time around, but I don't think Mick did either, which is vitally important. We're just going to stay on deploy, and there we go.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
So now this is where it gets interesting, guys. We're going to try and do the driver swap. And we're just going to tell him not to fight, because otherwise he will come back at him. So he's doing his thing. Oh, I think we might have messed up. I think we gave Mick the DRS. Oh, we're going to have to deploy again, aren't we? I think we'll get DRS this time off Ricardo, though, which will be a huge help. And harvest. So that was massive, guys. That was a race-making moment for us. Potentially jump Mick there. And we're back to a bit of ERS management again. But that little one move there could have made it for us, because Ricardo is mighty quick at the moment. And I don't think Sebastian is pitted yet. At least I hope he hasn't, because if he has, that's not looking good for us. So we're 2 seconds now to Mick. That's fantastic. We're just going to do a little bit of harvesting here again. So Mick is definitely quicker than us, because he's got the gap down to 1.5. But again, with DRS we should mosey out here, and we're just going to harvest again both drivers for sector. Deploy. I think another lap or two of this and we should be okay then to run with in fact we could probably run with Ricardo now for a couple of laps and just try and break that toe, or just try and gap Mick just a little bit, because he's running pretty quick at the moment.
Who's running wide there?
Hamilton runs wide at turn 11. Don't think it's going to cost him too much. It puts Magnussen on his back. Yeah, Magnussen has now got DRS. And we jump on board again with Ricardo. You'll see our two drivers just line astern, and we're doing okay so far. We're 17th and 18th, but we must check. Has Vettel hasn't pitted? He was on the hards. That's right. So Vettel's pit stop will be coming up soon. Oh my God, Alex has gone for that and done it. I did not see that coming.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
And we are running 2 seconds lap faster than Vettel, so we should be on Vettel in no time. I think we probably could have gapped Ricardo there. That was probably our chance. And that would have actually leapfrogged Tio as well, but we don't have the ERS to do it. So we're just going to do a little bit of harvesting. I'm going to go neutral again. What's the gap like to make? We are stretching all the time to make. It is now up to 2 seconds, down to 1.8, but we're close enough to 2 seconds, I think. And this is us to the end of the race, guys. We're not due any more pit stops. We're running these tyres pretty much flat out. We'll keep the pace high. Norris is in the pits again. That's a strange one. Denny Rick has gone for that around the outside. Hasn't worked out. I do think this is probably the moment to do it. Just see, can I put a second between myself and Daniel Ricciardo? Gonna go neutral here. It's apparently 1.2 seconds. So we're gonna jump on board with Tio. Can Tio take advantage? Oh, he was so close. Just got blocked off. And this is gonna allow Mick now to catch up to us. And Albon is after catching Vettel. So we're going to have to slow this down, guys, because we have a little bit of work to do here. Hopefully we can just get Vettel on pure performance, because I don't think we have enough ERS to do anything about him. We're going to go overtake here on Tio.
Okay, we can easily overtake.
To be racing McLaren is fantastic. I was not expecting this, guys. No, you lifted. I'm just going to go harvest here a second. This is going to allow Denny Rick to catch us though. This is a crucial moment again in our race, guys. Depending on how long Vettel is staying out, if he pits now it'll be devastating, but we're going to use ERS here now just to see can we and we are going to go overtake. Don't pit. He didn't pit. Oh, that's a brave move. And he's got it done. Should be able to push now because we've 3 laps of fuel extra.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
That was a big move. If we can get the second, we'll be laughing. We've gotten it. Oh, the leaders are now coming through as well to lap people, so that could be costly here for Alex soon.
Schumacher off.
And Mick is off, so Mick is out of the equation, guys.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
And if we can just stick with this Ferrari, actually, we'll be doing pretty well. So much going on. I'm going to give Tio the option to overtake. Albon is saying his tyres are getting a little bit warm. He did get ERS, so we'll go here and we'll go aggressive.
Okay, back off.
Got it.
So we're getting close to the end, guys, and yeah, still a lot to play for. Tio, as he stands, is probably P18. Lando Norris is catching pretty quick, but I do think once Vettel is out of the way, P17 is probably Tio. This is fantastic for Albon though, because Vettel is holding everybody up and he still hasn't pitted, which is great, and he's done a fantastic defensive drive. Oh, Danny Rick went around the outside. Tio's gotta go, Tio's gotta go. Danny Rick is going to drive off into the distance. And Lando Norris is on R6 now. So I think this is the lap to go for, because yeah, Vettel is now out of DRS range here, guys. So it's going to be now or never. Oh, and he pits. What a douche. So we're just going to keep Tio pushing hard to see can we catch on to the back of Danny Rick. Oh, we're going to have to deploy, aren't we? Danny Rick is driving some good racing here, and we're going to have to go neutral for the rest of it. Pressure, 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 but we've managed to get back within DRS. And we can now harvest into turn 1. .8 seconds between Ricardo and Alex, so he is slowly catching, but he's going to drag Tio along with him. It's been a good race, guys. We've been fighting kind of from the start to now. We're going to go neutral for a while. How's Alex's tires? We want to be here. Tires, temperature, it's not bad. So we're just going to tell Alex to attack again. And harvest into turn 1. That's right, fight with Danny, slow him up. Yellow in sector 3.
Oh, big lock up there.
Lonzo locks up.
Let's take a
Let's
look
have
at
a
the
look.
replay.
Let's have a look.
Okay, so there we have the Alpine.
Oh.
Just a bit too heavy on the brakes, and they've locked up. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it...
So Alonso locks up down here. Can happen to the best of them, as proven by Alonso. And to be fair, Danny's rig DRS here is really helping us because it's just managing to keep us away from Lando Norris, who did a 2-stop race, which is a strange one, but he did it. So we're 11 laps, guys, 11 laps out. It's been fairly intense. Not over yet. P14 would be fantastic for us. Ahead of the 2 McLarens, that is a big step. Obviously they did something funny with their race pace, we're not sure what. Oh, what was that? Oh, leader. Oh, and there goes Norris. What a way to be overtaken.
McLaren gain a position.
That's such an upsetting thing. But hopefully Daniel will do the same thing, and instead of chasing Ricciardo, we'll be chasing Norris. Norris is quick now, he's got the DRS off Sergio though, so we can't do too much saving here a while. Sebastian is kind of in around the same park as he always was. Oh man, I can't believe that worked out like that for us. Oh, Norris just got by Daniel. That's actually Daniel now. Oh, sorry, I misread that. So we just lost the place. So we're just going to leave it as it is for now and see can Norris is probably just that little bit quicker, but hopefully he doesn't tow Daniel along with him, because wow, Norris is fast. And Alex just got lapped. That's what happened there. Thankfully Ricciardo has lost the tow from Norris, but I think Norris is going to get our man. Oh, Tio is the man. So we're just going to deploy a bit.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
See, can we catch up to the boys here in front? Sadly, we didn't do enough to break the toe to Ricciardo, but we did get DRS for ourselves, so that will save us here. Oh, I might have spoken too soon.
McLaren with a great overtake.
I'm just going to push and push. So we've 6 laps left, guys. 6 laps. It's all about keeping Denny Rick now behind us, and I have to make sure the right driver is setting up to fight. Yep. Yep, that'll do nicely, that'll do nicely. So there is a little bit on us, guys. P16, 17 is still pretty good. A step forward here will be 15, 16. There's only one major upgrade to the car for this weekend. We've definitely comfortably moved ahead of the Aston Martins, and we're not quite on the back of the midfield, but we're not far off it either. It's a couple of tenths a lap with the Alistair. We do have a chassis development underway, and I think after this race we get a refresh of allocated hours in the wind tunnel and the CFD. So
Situation is 7 laps to go.
7 laps to go. Sorry, we're only getting 6. So we do have a bit to go, and we will work on our front wing design, and we are going to start pumping time into car research for next year, as well as we can develop this year's car. I don't think we're going to be quick enough to be consistently getting points, but if we can get it close to the back of 12th, 11th, points can be there because mistakes do happen. So, let's just have a look on the track map. Mick Schumacher is 19th, Vettel is there on 17th, and here we are. So Norris is definitely quicker, he's slowly disappearing. Where is Norris? Is registering as 13th, so is Tsunoda. Not sure what that is about. But there's Lance Stroll, so we might actually, no, we won't lap Lance Stroll, but that is the other Aston Martin, and this is how much time we've gained on him. We were back here with him. So Lance Stroll having either a turbo race or Aston Martin or that bit more off the pace.
That's 6 laps to go.
6 laps to go, guys. 6 laps to go. So we're just going to go ×4 here for a second. Not much is going to change. The only thing that might change for us is poor Alex is running light on gas. But Tio is doing a great job as rear gunner. Should I swap around? Yeah. To be fair, Tio was originally in the lead, but we did swap. And things were working out until that Lando Norris move and the leaders came through. Caught us at bad times. Think Alex should be okay to keep pushing at this pace to the end of the race. So the leader is on lap 62. We're coming on to lap 62 now, or 61 actually. We're a lap down. I forgot that. That explains the 7 instead of 6. Oh no! So we're just going to put him to push. So
That was good.
oh, the whole do not
increase, please.
the whole do not fight teammate thing kicked in. Oh, now I feel bad, but we can't really swap it around. But we're going to have to get him to deploy a bit just to stay in the DRS. Boy, do I feel bad about that. So Alex got away with one there. But he's making sure his teammate still has DRS. So really, the race for us is going to be this one here. So we're just going to keep him on harvest. So that's everybody over the line. So we're now going to go deploy.
That's Leclerc! Charles Leclerc is today's winner!
Because he has it.
Use the rest.
Yes.
And we're not going to quite go deploy yet with Tio. But we will now. And that's enough to get us across the line, guys. P15 and 16. So managed to hold off one of the McLarens. Lando Norris eventually ended up 6.4 seconds up the road from us. So that'll show you the pace that's in that McLaren. Just Danny Rick can't seem to unlock it, which is true for real life. Poor Danny Rick. Even lost his seat over it. So that was the intense Imola Grand Prix, guys. Some big moves early on, and yep, we managed pretty well our pace after that. Probably P15 is the best we can do still at the moment with this car, so we'll take it. Pit crew are happy.
Wonderful result here for the Williams driver. A very impressive showing today for Williams.
I wouldn't be surprised if the team's performance today won them a lot of new fans.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
Coming up next, the teams will be taking a trip to the Sunshine State. The Hard Rock Stadium is laying down the track for a captivating race at the Miami Grand Prix.
So that's it, guys, the end of the Imola Grand Prix, and we're off to Miami next. So the problem for us really is Kevin Magnussen there in the Haas, and realistically Lando Norris in the McLaren are still too quick for us. So that being said, we probably won't get P8 in the championship unless we manage to pick up points in some particular peculiar way. We're not 100% sure on that, but as it stands, Theo managed to jump back over Mick and Sebastian, so he's back up to P17. Actually, Yuki as well is too quick, and yeah, these guys are too quick. But if we can keep finishing ahead of Daniel for a while, we might get Daniel. Never say never, but yeah, points is really what we need. Actually, Lando has a point, so that's going to make it even tougher again. Haas have no points. AlphaTauri have 16 points, so we're definitely not getting them. So yeah, that is the fight, and as I say, Lando with his point and Kevin Mag are just that bit too quick, so P9 might be us for the year, guys, but we won't give up fighting. We'll keep developing things and we'll see how we go. So guys, until next time, I've been Snowman86. This has been Formula 1 Manager 2022, and as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and let me know if you like this new format of doing it all in one video. It's a little bit longer maybe, but sure, look, we'll see how we go. So guys, until next time, we'll see you all again. Take care.